Hello and good evening, folks. Welcome to Porsche Cup Challenge. We're now at Spa. This is Spa week. Got an exciting race coming at you today. It looks like we got about 28 cars on our grid. So it's definitely going to be action-packed from beginning to end. I actually can't wait. We're just watching the open qualifying right now, as you can see. Follow along with Gary Watson from the land down under in Australia. He's just heading through his final chicane now, and it looks like he's going into the pits. Let's switch off to Carl Ribbing. He's just coming across. Let's see what kind of time he puts in and see where he qualifies for the start of this race. It looks like he's not able to improve, but that's okay. I think this is going to be a bit of a race of attrition. It's a very challenging track, Spa. A lot of corners. You have to keep your focus for a very long time. Even though the straights are very long, the corners are very complex, and the very tiniest of mistakes will have you down a lot of time, 4 or 5 tenths of a second in a sequence of corners. And that's going to hurt you long term. And if you keep it up, you're going to hurt your tires a lot, and you'll be down seconds per lap compared to everyone else around you. So definitely not ideal. So it's going to be quite a wild race, I think. And I'm just excited to see how it goes, especially for lap 1 up Eau Rouge Rodillion. Let me just real quickly pull up some of the names of these corners, because I actually don't have all of them memorized. But I believe I can never say it correctly. Eau Rouge, Rodillion. Rodillion is the whole sequence anyways. So I'm really excited to see how these drivers sort themselves out of La Source, turn 1, on the way along that straight to Rodillion. And then down the Camel Straight. It's going to be quite a wild ride. We're going to see a bunch of 2 wide, 3 wide, maybe 4 wide. So I'm really excited to see how that all just plays out. We've got, let's see, I'm going to just quickly go over our amateur division. Our leading amateur division driver right now is Simon Fell, who's currently in 14th position on the grid. Number 2 in amateur division is Young Choi, who's in 7th on the grid right now. Still waiting for a bunch of the pro drivers to finish their qualifying, and they still have a little bit more time to do that as well, if they don't get any off tracks, that is. And then we have 3rd place in our amateur division is Mark Santana. So these 3 drivers are definitely drivers that you're going to want to watch on the timing tower. Call out in our chat on the Twitch if you want me to go to them at any specific moment. And yeah, so those are our 3 top drivers. Our number 4 in amateur division is Jeffrey Morello, and the 5th position in our amateur division is Gary Watson, and number 6 is Chuck Baker. So all drivers to watch out for, all 6 of them. And so our pro drivers, currently the season leader in points for Porsche Cup Challenge, the Americas division, is Manrique Valverde. He has a total of 217 points. Bloody amazing. Not far behind is Patrick Hingston in 2nd, and then Adam Morrow, my co-broadcaster on Sundays in the Euro races, he's actually in 3rd position. What a attaboy. That's it. Show him how it's done, all the way from Canada, even though you're in the California. Traitor. You traitor. But nah, I still love you. So those are our 3 top drivers, and not far behind, Michael Carrillo is in 4th, Charlie Puyer in 5th, Ryan Winfeld in 6th, Dan Moreira in 7th, Daniel J. Thomas in 8th, who Daniel J. Thomas is not in the race, unfortunately, tonight. Definitely going to be missing him out there. But the pro division, front to back, all these drivers very capable, very fast. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. Of course, last week at Fuji, there was a lot of disaster that happened for a lot of the drivers on the curbs, just spinning and lighting up their rear tires. So I'm going to see if Eau Rouge. It's pronounced Eau Rouge. Okay, thanks, Rob. Eau Rouge. Eau Rouge. I sound like I'm. Okay. Hear me say it wrong 20 times and you can just laugh at me. How's that? So yeah, with all the drivers, with such a large grid, I'm really, really curious to see how much they try and push the car, or do they have a little bit of patience? How is that going to work? So let's just real quickly pull up our grid from our qualifying. Patrick Hingston, congratulations on that pole lap. Manrique Valverde in second. We've got Mikey Howenick back again in third. Gordon Ramsay coming at us from the land over in Scotland in fourth. Corey Lazarus in fifth. Ryan Bickle in sixth. Michael Carrillo in seventh. Young Choi in eighth. Mark Lamper in ninth. Adam Morrow in 10th. We got Ryan Winfeld in 11th. Aaron Hall in 12th. Marco Valverde 13. Simon Feld 14. Oh, too far. Am I going to be able to finish? No. Gary Watson 15, Mark Santana 16, Carl Ribbing 17, Dan Marrera 18, Charlie Puyer 19, Rafa Cascara 20, Bradley Husty 21, Tom Jenkins 22, Benjamin Roche 23, Jeffrey Murillo 24, Chuck Baker 25, and then the rest just didn't qualify, so I'm not even going to say their names. Gotta qualify them to make the name count. Okay, let's bring up our race real quick. We're going to bring up interval. And let's get a good view right there. I love it. I love it. Right there. You can see all those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cars. Hey, good evening, Gordon. Hope you sleep well tonight. Arrived in time, ready to race. Rafael Casacurta. Yeah, man. Glad you joined us. Here you go. You got the lights going on right now. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light. Wait, lights are off now. Wait, go. Here you go. A lot of cars moving and shaking. Michael Hownick able to get up into that lead and up on the inside. Wow. What a beautiful, beautiful start by the likes of Michael Hownick. And then Gordon Ramsay as well. What an excellent start. He's up one position. Patrick Kingston is down one. And it looks like where is Manrique Valverde? He is down a lot of positions. Wow, and look at all these cars going up. Oh, Rouge, nice and clean. Everyone has sorted themselves into a beautiful line of cars. And now we're heading towards Lacombe's Let me see. This is the best view right here. We got Michael Hownick now entering that braking zone. We got a whole bunch of 2 wide. Corey Lazarus challenging Manrique Valverde. No, the other way around. Manrique Valverde is challenging Corey Lazarus. We have no crashes to report right now. This is absolutely beautiful. It may be some spins on their own, and I think that's it. So that's not a bad way to start. Of course, tonight I have to be a little bit quieter, and not so excited, just to try and not wake up my son. So if you're like, why is he not so loud, so excited? That's why. So I'll try and call the race out as well as I can without getting too excited. But it's man, this is absolutely exciting. I can't help it. Wow, look at those line of cars. Beautiful, beautiful Porsches coming down that hill. Oh, and I hear a spin. Oh, no. It looks like Rafa Cascura has spun and a little bit of a bump on it. Looks like Gary Watson, a little bit of a bump. And that's just racing, folks. You push the car so hard and it's just how it goes, you know? Michael Hownick is actually still in the lead of this race. Beautiful, beautiful drive. He's not quite able to break away from Patrick Kingston, who had that amazing flyer lap. Gordon Ramsay coming in at us from the land way over across the pond. And Manrique Valverde looking to get real aggressive, real close to the bumper of Gordon Ramsay, wanting to eat a lot of exhaust fumes. It's looking like right there in the car number 67. He's wanting to get back up to where he started. But of course, Gordon Ramsay in that smiley face helmet is just not going to let it happen. You're going to watch, I'm sure, all night long, that defensive line from the Scotland Yard. Here we come along with Adam Morrow. Oh, and let's just take a quick look. Everyone going through Eau Rouge. There you go. Nice, beautiful single file. Everyone's behaving very, very well. That's what we love to see. Is this a too wide situation? Let's see how this turns out. And he concedes. Dan Marrera concedes the corner. Very, very wise, I gotta say. Is not worth. Oh, and that's that may be a slowdown for Andrew Kukulas. Let's see. Does he? Oh no, there's no slowdown there. Oh, and here you go with Patrick Kingston challenging for the lead of the race on Michael Houghton. Gordon Ramsay trying to slide on through as well, through that open door. And Michael Houghton may be at a loss of 2 positions, but he's definitely at a loss for 1. Is Gordon Ramsay able to make it through? Not quite. Is he going to make the dive up the inside? No, he's going to behave and wait for a better opportunity. That's but now Patrick Kingston is back into the lead of the race from his pole position, and away he goes. And let's see if Michael Houghton can stay within that draft. And here you go with Marco Valverde up 6 positions, so not quite the qualifying that he was looking for. But of course, this is the race that he was hoping for, to be up 6 positions all the way into 7th position total, behind essentially the fight for the lead. Every one of these cars is definitely in contention for the win of this sprint race. We got our 15-minute sprint race. Here you go with Adam Morrow in 8th position. Oh, a little bit of a blink, but in 8th position, and he's in a nice little comfortable island here. And here you go with Ryan Bickle and Charlie Pouyer making the pass on Ryan Bickle. And here you go with Ryan Winfeld, who's just recently set up a new rig for himself. So he's just testing this out, seeing how it goes. And I'm used to seeing him, honestly, much further up the field. So we're going to just say that is... that's just how it goes when you just set up a new wheel, new rig, new everything. You're still still testing it out, shaking it down, and he's a little bit further back at the back of the Pro Division, but that's okay. Manrique Valverde is all over the bumper of Gordon Ramsay. Is he going to go for the pass? Gordon Ramsay is throwing that defensive line, not letting him by. Is Manrique going to go for it anyways? No, he's not able to get up alongside, but he is trying his best. That is for sure. He wants to make this pass. He does not want to lose that pack of Patrick Kingston and Mikey Houghton. When did he change his name to Mikey Houghton? I've never seen that before. But here you go. Oh, Manrique Valverde trying around the outside, not able to make it stick. Gain that overlap, but not able to make it stick. Very risky move around that turn with the off-camber everything. Beautiful, beautiful attempt. And wow, good try. Gordon Ramsay with that much less distance traveled, able to stay ahead. Corey Lazarus almost able to sneak by just because of that. Yeah, my boy Mikey Houghton running a new DD, and yeah, it's definitely serving him well. I saw Mark Santana making a pass on Ryan Bickle. Oh, nope. Okay, my eyes deceived me there. Mark Santana, though, making a pass on Ryan Bickle. I'm not sure how that happened. It must have been an off track or something. But our steady Eddie of the evening, Mark Santana, is up into 10th position. This is going to serve him real well for the amateur division points. Where is Young Choi qualified very well, and he's now... Let's just take a quick look at how he crashed. So this is P2 in amateur division, and let's see how he crashed. I think he hit the sand, and there you go. There you go. And that's put Mark Santana into a real great spot. Oh, and the battle for the 2nd position, Michael Houghton and Manrique Valverde, too wide through turn 1. And Manrique is now away. Manrique is now in second position. Michael Houghton directly behind Gordon Ramsay is trying to challenge for that final podium position going up Eau Rouge along the Camel Straight. I'm going to have to bet that Gordon Ramsay is going to try and stick a move on Michael Houghton up the inside, maybe around the outside. Let's see how this goes. Which side does Michael Houghton give him? Is he going to let him have that inside under braking? I think he's going to let him have it. Does Gordon even go for it? Gordon does not go for it. So Mikey Houghton lives another corner. Let's see, we got Simon Fell and Chuck Baker going too wide into Low Combs. Chuck Baker is giving Simon the corner. Simon, of course, is the leader of our amateur division for this season. Chuck Baker is not too far off in points, but he's just letting him have the corner. He must think, yeah, I'm going to just stay. Oh, and there you go. And that's exactly what was in Chuck's mind is I'm going to just sit behind him. I'm going to be consistent. And I'm going to let him spin. And I'm going to gain my position that way. And that's exactly what happened. And there is the broadcaster curse, if anything. Wow, here we go with Patrick Hingston moving up to the leader of the race. Patrick Hingston, he is now 3.4 seconds ahead of second place of Manrique Valverde. What a beautiful, beautiful drive from Let's call him Sir Patrick Hingston for this evening, actually, with Manrique Valverde and Mikey Houghton with a lot of cars in tow all the way back to Michael Carrillo, very much in draft contact. We have a bit of a DRS train for second position. I'm really curious to see how that shakes out. You can see Marco Valverde is now up 7 positions total. And looking at his next target of Corey Lazarus, is he able to make it happen? Let's see. Corey Lazarus is defending that inside line with all that he's got, not allowing Marco Valverde to take it. And under braking, these cars come closer and closer together. And as you see, as they exit the corner a little bit further apart, that whole accordion effect going on right there. And is it Michael Carrillo? Yep, Michael Carrillo, the last of this group, losing that draft just ever so slightly, just getting lost by that raw pace that these front pack drivers have. Absolute wild pace. Corey Lazarus able to stay ahead, able to survive and fight another corner, fight another lap. We have 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go, and these guys are going to battle it out all the way to the very end. I can guarantee you that. Oh, and it looks like Marco Valverde had a slowdown penalty that he had to serve, and that's allowed the likes of Michael Carrillo to make a pass, and that's brought Marco Valverde much, much further away from that backpack than he ever wanted to be. Or sorry, that front pack, that backpack. Backpack. And that's actually brought the likes of Adam Morrow real close into this fight. Adam Morrow is in actually a perfect position with being in 8th spot. He'll be, if he stays in 8th spot, he'll be in the front of the pack in our feature race with our reverse grid top 8, and that's going to do him well. So he's in a real good spot. Charlie Pouyer not far behind, up 10 spots total from where he qualified. Not qualifying where he was hoping, I'm sure, but he's definitely been racing exactly how he wanted to be up 10 spots. That's a lot of pace, very strong pace, a lot of passing, and just a real great race for that. Mark Santana is up 6 positions. That's quite a drive. Ryan Bickle directly behind is down 5 positions. I'm sure there's a lot of things that he wish he could change if being down 5 positions, but he hasn't lost too much to be in 11th place. It's still not a horrible spot to be. Ryan Winfeld still shaking down that new rig. Definitely used to seeing him in the top 5, but this is a very strong field. So here you go with Dan Marrera and Chuck Baker going too wide through the final corner. Chuck Baker able to stay ahead. Dan Marrera a little bit of an over-under, and who has got the outside? Who's got the inside? Here we go into turn 1. Too wide. Chuck Baker, I think he's cutting himself short, taking the inside line so tight, but he was able to make it work anyways, and he's going to be ahead going through Eau Rouge, coming out of La Source, but he's ripe for the picking for the likes of Dan Marrero directly behind. Just a good exit out of Verdillion, and it's going to definitely be a too-wide situation heading into that next corner, but don't look too far. You got 3-4 cars directly behind willing to take any spots that open up as well. So it's going to be a real fight. Here you go, Dan Marrero up the left side. Chuck Baker is on the right side of the lane position. Dan Marrero, able to make it stick, but they are still battling it out, not giving it up. Oh, and they're still too wide with 3 cars directly behind willing to take up any spot. Chuck Baker on the inside, and Dan Marrero is now ahead going around the outside. Wow, what a beautiful effort for Dan Marrero to get through, able to make it happen. I'm not sure how Tom Jenkins went off the track, but he did. Actually, I want to just take a quick look at how did that happen. I think, was that a little bit of a bump? I think it was. Oh, just a little bit of a bump. Unfortunate incident. A little bit of a bump from Aaron Hall. Maybe one for the stewards, maybe not. We'll have to see. Following along right now with Mikey Howanick once again in that car that's never been painted. He is closer than ever to Manrique Valverde, not letting him get away. Gordon Ramsay in 4th, not letting either of them get away. You can see Barney there on the field in the middle of the open there, not up a timing tower, nothing. Just waving that big white flag, signaling that this is our final lap of our sprint race. So you gotta make it happen now or never. So it's gonna be now or never, Gordon. Are you gonna make it happen, or are you gonna just relax and be okay with 4th? And same goes to you, Mikey. Let's see what happens. Manrique Valverde, though, is one tough customer. He is our leader in our season standings currently. He is not going to give it up easy. I can guarantee you that. So it's going to be quite a battle if they are to make a pass on this car. Manrique Valverde hitting every apex, hitting every exit. As you can see, there is not any kind of mistake coming from car 67. He's driving a perfect race. And it looks like he's putting on a tiny bit of a gap on Howanick, so I'll be hard pressed to see if he can actually get up alongside. Let's go along with the likes of Dan Marrero, car 404. I believe he loves his computers, and I think that's why he goes with the car 404. You know, when you hit an internet page and it says error 404, I think that's where that comes from. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but believe that's where it comes from. Anyways, you got Chuck Baker, Benjamin Roche, Simon Fell, all right here. Very close contact. One tiny mistake, and we're going to definitely see a pass between these cars. They're just coming around right now, going down that hill, heading towards that heavy braking zone. You can see Dan Marrero diving under the braking, making that right-hand turn. That's actually a real fun corner. You that quick left, you just let off the throttle and let the rear rotate, and away you go. Oh, and here you go with Ryan Winfeld. Oh, actually, I gotta go real quick. Here's Patrick Kingston coming around the file corner, coming across that start-finish line in the lead of this race. Gordon Ramsay is actually able to make up a position and get ahead of Mikey Howanick. Look at that, Gordon Ramsay in 3rd. Congratulations to Patrick Kingston for winning this race. Corey Manrique Valverde 2nd, Gordon Ramsay 3rd, Mikey Howanick in 4th, Corey Lazarus 5th, Marco Valverde did get back up to 6th, Michael Carrillo in 7th, Adam Morrow in 8th, Charlie Pouyer in 9th, Ryan Bickle in 10th. We've got Mark Santana, 11th, Ryan Winfeld, 12th, Dan Marrero, 13th. We're now following along with Jeffrey Murillo, actually, in 18th here. Got Gary Watson in 19th. I think I went too far. Here you go. There's Gary Watson. Rafa Casacerda is in pit lane, so he doesn't quite count. Young Choi is just coming across the line now. Michael M. David is coming across the line in 22nd. I think he'll be pushed up to 21st. Let's see, does it... Yeah, he should go up in the 21st position. But yeah. And there is your race. You know, there's a lot of action that happened that race, and also not a lot of action. Very clean race for a lot of drivers, and that's actually what you'd really love to see, especially in a league setting. Everyone kept that very, very clean, and it's definitely a beautiful sight to see. Actually, it looks like there's still... Yep. We got the likes of Carl Ribbing and Tom Jenkins are, in fact, still out on the track. Huh. Let's see. Yeah, Carl Ribbing, car 44 is just coming around the final turn now. That final turn is just called chicane, it says. That's it, you know, that's creative name. Of all the creative names on this track, like Rydillion, I'm seeing it called Ride Dylan here. Oh, beautiful burnout. La Source, Blanchimont. That final turn is called chicane. Wow, good job, guys, on naming that. Anyways. Yeah, no, it's Rydillion. Okay, so the one picture is wrong for me. And there is our feature race. Congratulations to Patrick Kingston for winning, absolutely dominating that heat race, that sprint race, absolutely dominating that sprint race with such a strong field that we've got here to pull away. That is an absolutely unbelievable drive from the likes of Patrick Kingston. Of course, we're going to be going into a reverse grid top 8, so let's see how Patrick Kingston can make it work in this next race. He's going to have a lot of cars to pass. There's going to be 30 minutes to make it happen, so let's see how that story unfolds. Congratulations for Manrique Valverde for second place. Down a few spots, and he gained it all back, and that was quite a beautiful drive. Everyone coming across that line nice and safely. That's what you love to see. Gordon Ramsay coming at us from Scotland, grabbing third place away from Mikey Howanick on that last few corners. Corey Lazarus in 5th. Marco Valverde all the way up into 6th. He'll be starting in 3rd spot in our feature. With the pace that Marco Valverde has, he definitely has a great shot at running away with it. He's got Michael Carrillo, who will be starting in 2nd. And Adam Morrow, who is bloody hell, he's bloody fast, will be starting in 1st for our feature race. And there you go. Our race about to begin. With our race about to begin, let's go right up to the front. Actually, let's see if we can get a chopper view. I don't know if I like chopper. I don't know if I like blimp. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with blimp view. Let's see all of these cars. There you go. Look at that. Wow, there's a lot of cars. I'm loving everyone's paints. I'm always loving everyone's paints. That is... Whoa, my eyes get lost on that one. That's pretty cool. That's funky. I like it a lot. Here you go. It looks like everyone has now come to the grid. Everyone's in their cars ready to go. Here's 3 lights, there's 4 lights, there's 5 lights, and lights are off, and away you go. It looks like Adam Morrow's got an absolute excellent start off that line, and Marco Valverde, sorry. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. I want right here, there you go. Everyone's getting through nice and cleanly. Adam Morrow is pulling away, going up Eau Rouge. Marco Valverde is directly behind. So it's going to be quite a race with Corey Lazarus not far off. Corey Lazarus, a very tough competitor as well, but I think he's going to have to serve a slowdown off of cutting the track, going up the hill. Gordon Ramsay's shuffling for position with the likes of Michael Carrillo. Michael Carrillo up the inside, heading into this initial braking zone. They're going to have to give space to each other. And Gordon Ramsay's going off the track and has made contact with Mark Manrique Valverde. And that is going to hurt his run in this race. And that is definitely an unfortunate event for both of those drivers. It's not what you like to see, and yeah, that's gonna hurt. That hurts me definitely in the heart, right in the chest. I feel that one. Following along with Patrick Kingston, who's already up 2. Patrick Kingston now up 4 positions. Absolutely wild drive from Patrick Kingston. Excellent start, making up a lot of spots. Mikey Hownick is still exactly where he started. So he gained 1 position from Manrique Valverde going down, and then he's lost 1 position from Patrick Kingston making the pass. Patrick Kingston is just making quick work of this field. That's incredible drive. Following along with Ryan Bickle against Ryan Winfeld. Both Ryans, look at that. Looks like Ryan Winfeld is able to get up along the inside, going towards Blanchimont. And how is this going to end up? This is anybody's guess, especially on the cold tires on the very first lap. Ryan Winfeld is able to stick it around the outside, and that's put Corey Lazarus, after serving the slowdown, all the way behind Ryan Bickle, heading into the chicane. Yes, it's just called chicane. Ryan Winfeld is ahead of Ryan Bickle and Corey Lazarus. And here you go, Simon Fell with a car looking a lot better than it did before. Oh, it looks like Mark Santana blew the braking zone, and that's going to put him down a lot of positions, I think. Some slowdowns to be served, and he's just going to take the nice, easy route and jump behind this pack and let himself just sort himself out, regain composure, and go at it again and just go back to being consistent. Oh, it looks like Tom Jenkins has spun. Oh, and out comes Manrique Valverde with a fast repair. He's just going... Manrique Valverde didn't want to waste time. He wanted to go with that fast repair and get a perfect, clean car. Didn't want to take the chance, especially with such a high-speed track. The high speed and the aerodynamics, it matters a lot here, of course, so I can understand the thinking on that one. Here you go, Marco Valverde has already made up the time, getting to Adam Morrow. Patrick Kingston is not far behind Michael Carrillo, so this is going to be quite an interesting battle for the lead. Yeah, the last chicane is the bus stop chicane. Radion. Okay, pronounced Radion, not Babyon. Aha. Anyways. Where was I? And there you go, actually. I just missed it because of that. There you go with Marco Valverde passing Adam Morrow for the lead. I want to actually take a quick look at how did that happen. Was it under braking? I think it was. Marco Valverde making the dive on the inside, making a beautiful pass on Adam Morrow, making it look easy, making it look absolutely easy against my co-broadcaster. And that's put Adam Morrow into second position with Michael Carrillo in that purple gentleman's Porsche directly behind. And Patrick Kingston has made up some time to Michael Carrillo, and he's now starting to look at how to get by. Real quick, I'm going to go back to Gary Watson, who's battling it out side by side with Young Choi. Adrian Kukula's in front and Chuck Baker in front of him. So this is at 1, 2, 3, 4, just way too many cars. I'm not going to count. It's like I can count by twos and tie my shoes, but I can't count how many cars are right there real quickly. It's just, I don't know, I'm not that smart. But that's a lot of cars, all very much in contact, all following the likes of Adrian Kukula's. Oh, and there goes Chuck Baker has spun. Chuck Baker has spun, and that's going to drop him down the field. I'll take a quick look how Chuck Baker spun before they hit that braking zone. I think Chuck Baker, yep, he spun on his own. He must have hit that inside curb, and yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go. Oh, he missed the inside curb, and there it was. That's how it happens. And let's go right back to Gary. Oh wow, look at this. These guys are battling out tooth and nail, and this is absolutely the lovely effects of Spa, especially when you get this many cars. Young Choi going for that dive up the inside. That was risky, that was brave, and it worked. Gary Watson gave the space. Oh no, and Aaron Hall involved in another, looks like another collision. The little bit of damage to his car. Rafa Casacerda gone off, but luckily not too badly damaged. And so that's taking a few cars out of this battle. And that's a lot of pressure off of the likes of Young Choi. Adrian Kukula is a lot of pressure off of him. He's built a gap of 1.7 seconds to this pack of Hungry Wolves. So he's very much improved driver over the course of this season. Mark Santana, after that blown braking zone, is back into the thick of things in P15 with this pack of Hungry Wolves. He's now one of them. They're definitely hungry for meat. Patrick Hingston is down a few spots in the 6th. How did that happen? Patrick, of course, he's trying to regain one of those spots on Ryan Bickle through the chicane, able to make that happen, making it look bloody well easy. Corey Lazarus now coming through as well up the inside of Ryan Bickle. Into turn 1, too wide is Corey Lazarus. Yeah, Corey Lazarus making short work of that, and Ryan Bickle just giving that up and wanting to follow along in that draft for... there you go. Simon Fell, our amateur driver. He's our highest amateur driver right now in our field. The #1 amateur driver of our season. Didn't have a very great sprint race. He's now up 8 positions total in our feature, and I guess this is exactly how he's getting his points in the season. Ryan Winfeld, though, one of our very strong pro drivers, as I was saying, just a little bit of a shakedown race for him. Definitely looking to make a pass. He's poking his nose up the inside, just getting him to shiver in his boots. So definitely not a driver I would want behind me, to be honest. Ryan Winfield, very capable, very safe, very aggressive, all in one. Definitely a driver full package, and directly behind is Car 444, who's another full package. Full package. Yeah. So Charlie Puyer previously the Red Bull livery, but not anymore. So, and look at that, once you switch out of the Red Bull, I don't know what to say other than it's the only way you can go from there is up. I want to actually take a look real quick. Oh, it looks like Young Choi is in a battle. Oh, how did that happen? Young Choi was able to get right back up to the likes of Adrian Kukula's and just make a pass. Let's take a quick look, because we did miss what happened. How did that happen? A little bit of a squirrely, there you go, a little bit of a squirrely from Adrian, and Young Choi is able to make the best of that, get by, and now you got a battle on your hands between these two. And let's take a quick look at Carl Ribbing with Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall throwing that defensive line, not wanting to Carl Ribbing to get up alongside. And it actually worked. And let's see how long that's going to keep working for Aaron Hall. He has some damage on his car. I'm not sure if that's going to hurt him in the long run. Oh, and something has happened. Oh no, Ryan Bickle has gone off, has crashed. Let's take a quick look at what happened. Looks like a self-inflicted injury. Oh no, just a little bit too much throttle, and there you go. And that's just how it happens sometimes, folks. It's, yeah. Oh! Uh-oh. And that is... I actually want to take a look at what happened right there. It looks like both cars were shimmying for position. Oh, and it looks like Corey Lazarus up around the outside, tries to dive back over braking, and a little bit of a mix-up, and it's just an unfortunate situation for everyone, I think. And that's Mikey Howanick is out of the race, it's looking like. I don't think Corey Lazarus has given up quite yet. No, he's still going. Doesn't want to give up quite yet, as he got some damage on his car. Maybe a little bit. But he's up into 8th spot. Well, down into 8th spot, I should say. And that's actually put Simon Fell into 6th position. Absolutely, absolutely wild. He's having a young Choi of a race that is definitely now a term. This is the young Choi of a race going on for Simon Fell. That's going to do him real wonders in the amateur division season standings. I don't think he's made too many passes on his own, other than just letting other people make mistakes, not making too many for himself. And it's put him into a real great spot. Unfortunately for him, he's got 2 tough customers of Charlie Puyer and Corey Lazarus directly behind in that drafting range. They're going to want to get by, I'm sure of that. So let's find out, how long can he hold him off? Here you go, going through the chicane. Simon Fell has a little bit of a draft from Ryan Winfield. Ryan Winfield is exactly where I thought he would be, to be honest. Finally getting his act together, being up in 5th position now. Simon Fell coming out of La Source. Charlie Puyer made a pass on Corey Lazarus. So, and that's actually dropped them just a little bit behind Simon Fell. So I don't think they're going to get up alongside and make a pass. And if these 2 cars keep battling out, it's just going to work right into the hands of Simon Fell. And that's exactly what's going to happen right now. It looks like Corey Lazarus is going to go for the inside on Charlie Puyer, and he's going to hold back and wait for another opportunity. Wait, I don't want to click away too soon. I want to see exactly how these guys sort themselves out. Oh, and Corey Lazarus going for the inside under brake. Oh no, he's just poking a nose. He's trying to make him sweat, trying to make Charlie Puyer sweat. You know what? It's making me sweat. I'm shivering here trying to figure out in my head, what is he gonna do? I guess the only way we can find out is by tuning in. Oh, and Corey Lazarus making the dive down the inside of La Double. How do you say that? La Double Gauche? Gosh, you know what? It's turn 10, but not able to make it stick. Charlie Puyer is still ahead. We got a shout out for Rafa Casacerda in our chat here from Roberto Baldacera. Let's go to see how is Rafa Casacerda doing. He's battling for his life, actually, for 22nd position, 21st position, I should say, because Jeffrey Murillo is the lead of this pack. But Rafa Casacerda is not up or down any positions in this race. That is a wildly colorful paint job. Oh my gosh. Jeffrey Murillo is holding him off, but for how long? This is a battle in the back. I love to see this, to be honest. No matter what position it's for, it's always fun when you've got a partner to duel it out with, and this is exactly what Rafa Casacerda, Jeffrey Murillo, and Benjamin Roche have found. This is a 3-car battle for 21st. Don't count any of them out. And here you go, Rafa Casacerda trying to go around the outside. Is he able to make it happen? He is, and that's actually left the door wide open for Benjamin Roche. And Benjamin Roche on the inside of the chicane. Oh no, and a little bit of a bump. And that actually put Jeffrey Murillo very, very... Oh no! A little bit too much throttle, it looked like, and that put Rafa Casacerda off. We're going to head right up to Charlie Puyer, Corey Lazarus, and now Dan Marrera. Oh, is this Dan Marrera? No, Dan Marrera is here with Young Choi. Young Choi has made a pass on Dan Marrera. I'm going to have to guess that Dan Marrera was serving a slowdown. I see that he went off track here on my notifications. So that's where that's coming from. Wow, and here you go with Manrique Valverde, I should say. Sorry, Manrique Valverde. Oh, this is... Oh, no! absolute unfortunate situation for Manrique Valverde, able to carry on. A very unfortunate situation for Mark Santana as well, but my heart goes out to both of them, I gotta say. And it's just a little bit of a miscue, it looks like, from both drivers. A little bit of a misunderstanding of what was going on. There's a little bit of a chaos up ahead, not gonna lie, with a car going a little bit slower, and yeah, just sometimes that just, it happens. But Manrique is, I gotta say, up into 15th position after being right at the very back after taking that quick repair. So he's having quite a strong drive, a lot of passes and overtakes he's had to make to get back up into this spot. Oh, and here you go with Patrick Hinkson making a pass on Adam Morrow heading into turn 1. Now going along the straight 2-0 Rouge, down the Camel Straight. Adam Morrow's not going to give it up easy, but I don't think that Patrick Hinkson is going to just let him by easy. So let's see how this goes down the Camel Straight here. They go up that hill, flying across those curbs. Adam Morrow not getting the exit that he was hoping for. I don't think the draft is going to be enough. Patrick Hinkson weaving around trying to break that draft, getting away from Adam Morrow. And Patrick Hinkson is able to stay ahead. Adam Morrow is in 3rd position now, down 2 spots from where he was, where he started actually, but still having an absolutely amazing drive, keeping it safe, keeping it straight. And yeah, and here you go. Wow, Ryan Winfield is up 7 spots total. This is the Ryan Winfield that we're totally used to seeing, up 7 spots. How he qualified and how that sprint race went, it's not the Ryan we know. And here's Simon Fell being challenged by Corey Lazarus. Corey Lazarus, is he going to make it up the inside? No, he is. He's going to dive up the inside and take that spot from Simon Fell. He is not going to let him hold it for too much any longer, to be honest. It looks like Corey Lazarus made it by Charlie Pouyer, has made it by Simon Fell. And now Corey Lazarus has a long way to go if he's going to think about making a pass on Ryan Winfield. That's a large gap to make up, and they've only got 11.5 minutes to do it. But great drive from Corey Lazarus. He's down 2 positions total, so it's definitely not where he wanted to be. But you know what? Sometimes it's just fun to get out there and race, get side by side with a whole bunch of people, and that's definitely what we offer in our league. Especially with that reverse grid. Let's go along with Ryan Bickle, Dan Marrera. Still learning. Yeah, I know. Great race till now. Beautiful incidents, I guess. Aw. Yeah, Rob couldn't. Hey, Gordon couldn't repeat that in the feature, but sometimes that's how it goes, eh? You had a great drive, Gordon, in that sprint race. Unfortunate that you couldn't repeat that in the feature. Yeah, maybe next time. Here we go with following along with Ryan Bickle, car number 55. Dan Marrera 404 is directly behind. Who got the better exit out of Redillion? Looks like both drivers got quite an equal exit. Is Dan Marrera able to get up alongside Ryan Bickle? Is throwing that defensive line, not letting Dan Marrera get right up there. Oh, and actually, I see at the very front, looks like Adam Morel and Marco Valverde, something has happened. Looks like Marco Valverde has crashed. Let's take a real quick look at how that happened. Marco Valverde has been riddled this season with just a lot of actually misfortune. Oh, good save, but that spin is definitely going to hurt. But as I was saying, Marco Valverde, very fast driver, has actually won 1 race this season, has been riddled with just unfortunate situations for many of our races. If he can get all these little, I guess, maybe just buy a rabbit foot to keep in his back pocket and get lucky. He's definitely a very top level competitor within our league. He's having a good safe drive this race. Just an unfortunate self-inflicted injury spinning. Not the strongest qualified, but a very great feature race, a very strong sprint race, but top competitor there with Marco Valverde. Here we go with Simon Fell being challenged by Charlie Pouyer. Corey Lazarus was able to break his way through, and now Charlie Pouyer is looking to do the same on Simon Fell. These two definitely know each other. They battled it out last season. Simon Fell was our third place driver in our season standings last season. With all these new drivers on the grid and all this strong new talent, that's actually effectively put Simon Fell back into the amateur division. Charlie Pouyer, with his strong pace, was able to qualify himself into the pro division. Charlie Pouyer is actually 5th in our entire league, so he is no slouch. Charlie Pouyer able to put together one race after another with his strong racecraft, strong pace, and just consistent finishes. Let's see if Charlie is able to make it up alongside Simon Fell. Not quite. That draft is not strong enough. Draft is just not as strong as it used to be. It used to gain quite a few tenths, but the aerodynamics on these cars, they've gone through a lot of research and a lot of updates, and effectively, really, the draft is just not as strong, which is not a bad thing in the slightest. I think there's a little bit of less aero wash, which is always nice. The aero wash is never fun when you're following behind someone really closely. To have your car just sort of not turn, it sucks. Let's go to the driver from Down Under, Gary Watson. He's up 9 positions total, having an absolute wonderful drive in 10th position. Very strong showing from this amateur driver here today, wherever you are. I know it's 2 in the afternoon or something like that in Australia. He's got Dan Marrero, Young Choi, Carl Ribbing, Aaron Hall, all behind him. That's a lot of pressure, a lot of drivers, and he's got 6.5 minutes to go. That's a lot of pressure to keep it straight, not let any of them by, and he's doing a real great job of that so far. Gary running that Monster Energy paint as he always has from the very beginning. I like it a lot. It's like a it's like a claw ripping through the side of the car. I like it. There you go. Aaron Hall is the last car in this pack. Into the braking zone of chicane. Oh, and Young Choi going a little bit wide. And what is that going to do? Is that going to open up the door for Carl Ribbing? Yes, it is. Carl Ribbing is able to get a great exit and is challenging Young Choi heading towards La Source, turn 1. Young Choi is on the inside. Carl Ribbing is on the outside. And what is going to happen here? It's anybody's guess. Carl Ribbing is able to get up ahead and get an excellent exit out of that turn and make a pass on the likes of Young Choi. Young Choi is just going to keep it nice and safe, and he's going to Young Choi it. He's going to Young Choi, let's call it the Young Choi it. Keep it nice and straight, keep it nice and safe, and that's actually allowed the likes of Aaron Hall to start thinking about getting by. Let's see, is Aaron Hall going to make that move? Young Choi is given that outside, inside, and Aaron Hall is not able to get up alongside, but Carl Ribbing has now made it through, and that's Young Choi is down 1 spot. And here you go with Chuck Baker and Bradley Husty now going 2 wide. Bradley Husty is up 12 spots total. Wow, what a great drive from Bradley Husty in our feature race. We haven't talked too much about him tonight actually at all. And to be up 12 positions, that's quite a drive. Some of it is, of course, just from some drivers making mistakes. Some of it is passes, just as you saw there, going 2 wide into Lacombe. Is that Lacombe? I gotta get better at memorizing these corners. It is Lacombe's. But Chuck Baker is not wanting to give up easy. He is going to look for every opportunity he can to make it by and get that spot back. Oh, and he hits a curb, and that's going to unsettle the car. And that is, oh my gosh. And Chuck Baker trying to go around the outside, a little bit too aggressive on the brakes, and he's going a little bit wide. And he's going to lose that draft almost, if he's not careful, from Bradley Husty, and it's going to bring Adrian Kukulas into the battle with Chuck Baker. So real curious to see how that goes. And here you go with and Charlie Puyer going up the inside into the chicane on Simon Fell and able to get by, and so he's finally able to get by, and that's put Simon Fell into 8th position. He's up 8 positions total, but yeah, down a few spots. What happened to Corey Lazarus? What happened to Corey Lazarus? Let's take a quick look. Where is Corey Lazarus? Oh, there he is. There he is. He just... oh, no. Just completely... Oh, and there's Young Choi serving a drive-through penalty. But yeah, Corey Lazarus just completely missed his braking point, went way off, self-inflicted injury, very unfortunate, down a whole bunch of positions, and that's put Simon Fell back up into 7th. And there you see Young Choi coming out of the pit lane, serving that drive-through penalty for incident points and going off track too many times, and he's now directly in the battle with Chuck Baker and Bradley Husty. Would you look at that? Definitely not where Young Choi wanted to be, of course. But now he's got some friends that he's got out on track with Bradley Husty and Chuck Baker. And if he's not careful, Adrian Kukulas is directly behind in that shark livery, ready to join this battle, ready to join this party. Oh, and Chuck Baker is definitely wanting to find a way by. And is Young Choi gonna go up the inside? He's definitely gonna go up the inside. Chuck Baker is not gonna let that happen, throwing that defensive line, and Young Choi thinks better of it and backs out and waits for another opportunity. These cars are battling it out tooth and nail. Is Young Choi able to beat him under braking? Not quite. Chuck Baker is still ahead. Young Choi is trying absolutely everything. He's ducking, weaving, trying to go left, trying to go right, trying to get by. But with a little bit of front end damage, it looks like, on this pink car of number 8. It's going to be a little bit hard to make a pass. I think that's a little bit of damage I see. Just a little. Is he able to make it happen? They're going around Blanchimont, heading towards the final chicane. Is Chuck Baker gonna defend that inside line? Young Choi gonna go for the inside line? No, not quite. Young Choi, he has space on that. Oh, able to go for that outside line. And Chuck Baker has spun. And Young Choi has now made his way through. Real unfortunate for Chuck Baker, but wow, what beautiful racing. Beautiful racing. Heading up to Gary Watson with Dan Barrera and Carl Ribbon, very tough customers directly behind. Gary Watson not exactly defending that inside line. You're going to give it to him easy. Here they go, under braking. Dan Barrera is now, and Gary Watson on the left lane position, able to make it stick. He's going around the outside, but of course into this downhill braking zone. Dan Barrera with that inside line, shorter distance travel is going to, I'm sure, make... Yep, there you go, and there's making that pass nice and easy. Gary Watson blocking that off from Carl Ribbing, not letting him walk through that same doorway. But Carl Ribbing is, he wants by, I gotta say. Gary Watson, though, is battling it out, throwing everything at Carl Ribbing, just not letting him by. Let's take a quick look at Patrick Kingston. We haven't talked very much about him. He's just had absolute dominating performance this race. 8.5 seconds ahead. That's a huge gap. There wasn't much to say about Patrick Kingston other than amazing drive, dominating performance. Congratulations for Patrick Hinston for the win of this race. Here comes Adam Morrow, just having the other guys wipe out around him, and that he's just being steady, being consistent. Congratulations, Adam Morrow, for second position. Congratulations, Marco Valverde, after that spin, able to pass the likes of Michael Carrillo and get into that podium position. Michael Carrillo, P4, Ryan Winfeld, P5. Looks like Charlie Pouyer coming across in P6. Simon Fell having a wonderful finish in P7. Corey Lazarus in P8th, Ryan Bickle in P9th, Dan Moreira in P10, Gary Watson coming across in P11, Carl Ribbing, Aaron Hall directly behind Gary Watson, Mark Santana after that little bit of a tangle coming across in 14th, Bradley Husty in 15th, Young Choi in 16, Adrian Kukulas in 17, Tom Jenkins. Oh, and where is Chuck Baker going? Tom Jenkins in 18, Chuck Baker in 19. I think he's going to have to serve a drive-through something. I don't know. And here you see Jeffrey Murillo in 20 just coming across now. And everyone else below that is either 1 lap, 4 laps, and so on out of the race from just unfortunate incidents and things that have happened. But that's Benjamin Roche in 21st, Manrique Valverde in 22nd, Raf Cascarda in 23rd, Mikey Howanick in 24th, Aiden Aquino in 25th, Gordon Ramsay in 26th, Michael M. David 27th, and Mark Lampert in 28th. And I can now bring up, there you go. Congratulations once again for Patrick Hingston, the winner of this race. Absolutely dominating performance. And Adam Morrow once again, ending up on our podium. So that's going to give Adam Morrow some great season points. Patrick Hingston winning the race. Perfect points race tonight for Patrick Hingston. My prediction is he's now going to be the leader of our season standings. Adam Morrow may be moving up into second. We'll have to see. And Marco Valverde rounding out our podium. Great race, you guys. And it looks like we've got actually Adam Morrow. It looks like we've got Adam Morrow coming into our interview booth. Let's see what Adam Morrow has to say. Hey, Adam Morrow, how you doing?
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Going pretty good. That was quite a race. How you feeling, man?
Oh, it's definitely sweating. I was taken back, to be honest. The qualifying, I was way back. The sprint race, way back. So I was, in my head running that just top 10. But man, Porsche Cup Challenge. If anyone's watching this and they're waiting until they have enough money to buy something, or they're just waiting for the right time, go ahead, get the credit card, buy it, get in there and start racing this Porsche Cup Challenge. This is a blast out there. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I don't think you qualified very well. So you had a lot of ground to make up to get to where you're at. Where did you qualify? About P15 or something?
Yeah, but qualifying time was like, I think I was 10th, and then I squeaked in 8th in the sprint race. And so, what that means is the first guy on the gate, the pole position. So I was lucky I had a good clutch drop and had a good start there. But, I saw Valverde and Hingston coming behind me. I just knew it was just a matter of time, put up a fight as best I could with those two guys. Marco actually made a real sweet pass, but kudos to Hingston. He was flying. Real nice racer for me. He squashed the curse of starting at the fast guy starting at the back. He was able to pick his way through and figure it out. So that was cool right at the halfway season mark. So that was a great drive.
Definitely. I'm absolutely amazed at how much of an easy job, how easy, I should say, Patrick Hingston made it look to go from 8th to 1st and then put a gap of 9.5 seconds on you. So that's quite a drive. We actually have Patrick Hingston here in our Discord voice channel, if he can hear me. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm doing good.
How you feeling after that win?
I'm be sick, but I'm feeling good.
You feeling sick?
I've been sick the whole week, so.
Oh, hopefully you feel better after that one. I don't know if did they even make you sweat out there?
I can't answer that one.
That may be a no. But whoa, wonderful drive! Wow, I can't believe that. Congratulations, Patrick. And how I gotta ask, how many hours practice did you put in this week to get that kind of pace and that kind of consistency?
Honestly, like I didn't put in too much practice because like I have an endurance race like this weekend, but I've driven a little bit, so
Oh, okay, but I'm sure the thousands of hours in on other weeks, other months.
yeah, because I've like driven this track a lot. Like I did like 3 24-hour races here, so
That you know what? That explains everything. um, So yeah, Patrick, I think you're now going to be in first for our standing. So congratulations on snagging first once again in our season. And yeah, congratulations to both of you. Is there anything else? Is there any shout outs you wanted to give, Adam, to anyone in the crowd, anyone on the grid, or any family or friends?
Just all the drivers for putting the time in and getting out there and racing alongside me, and obviously you, Mike, for putting it all on, and of course Hingston, great win.
thanks. Um, thanks for hosting this like great, awesome league. Shout out to my father and shout out to like Apex Tech Racing Supply. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, well, and there you have it, folks. And I guess that's the end of our race, the end of our evening. And I'll see you guys on Sunday, and well, I'll see you guys next week on Thursday, and I'll see the European crowd, of course, on Sunday. I can't wait.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.
You too, guys.
Have a good night.